remember is something about a tower, and then I found a +3 Vorpal sword. Is that right?
That's about how I remember it.
I remember that bit as well. I remember that bit as well.
I thought you all did.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, what did happen?
My dog got the +3 Vorpal sword. Yeah.
Which he now has affixed as a second horn on his head.
+3 Vorpal horn.
So yeah, let's do a recap. What happened? Tell me what happened. I have no idea.
Well, we were wandering through a town. We found a town with broken huts and spoke to headwoman Jane. She gave us a lot of good advice about an abandoned old prison, which is in a skull of a titan or something that we went to investigate. And there was bandits living there that had stolen a chalice. And we all went to investigate that. And then...
a bejeweled chalice.
Yes.
A bejeweled cup.
And then we came upon a cave where presumably the bandits are, where we found a kind of calendar. Then once we entered the building proper, we came upon some kind of a warding and a wicked-looking throne and some text on the walls in Draconic, I believe.
That's right.
There was some kind of strange magic in the tower that made it impossible to hit with a sword, if I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
They made the tower impossible to hit with a sword?
Yeah, it can't have been.
Made anything impossible to hit.
I don't think I get the joke.
Yeah, no, Jenko had no problems hitting things.
Yeah, because he
wasn't using a sword.
We fought what's his name? Hated pretender.
Yep.
Well, we went up a level, found him in a dark little damp room. Just kind of being freaky.
And he didn't like the light.
I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of him.
Why would he said I don't want to die again?
Yeah.
Third time over.
That's true.
Yeah.
We got all the freaky little light ghosts whispering around, you know.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I've burned through all my spells. And can't hit with the sword, so we could be in trouble here.
Oh, now I get the joke. I thought you meant you can't hit the tower itself with your sword, but you just mean nobody can hit anything with a sword.
I don't think I would have been able to hit the tower with a sword.
That's true.
I could try and hit the tower. I might have a chance at that.
Even hitting a wall with a sword probably would fail.
Well, I mean...
well, let's see. What AC would you give me for a wall?
A wall?
Probably like 9.
Would a 10 do it?
10. I was thinking 11.
But would you even get past the damage threshold? That's the question.
Yeah.
I just like the idea that you're like...
Gotta hit something.
And then also, Jenko Jenkins' character sheet bugged out, and I worked out what it was almost as soon as we ended the game. It was just the bless condition.
Really?
Because I think the bless, or the bless condition, the way I had previously, ages ago, had it programmed to like automatically add the D4. And I think they've run like an update, and so now it doesn't understand it, and it just goes like, does not compute, error.
Remove all information.
But did you, Angelo, get a chance to update your Foundry character sheet with your paper?
As we were talking, I just updated it now.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. All right. I'll take us back to the map. And the darkness spell, this was the darkness spell, that's...
He pocketed it. He had it on a dart and he shoved it in his pocket.
Right, but it's still technically still running.
Still running, but won't be...
10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Won't be darkening anything other than the inside of his pocket.
All right. And you've just slain the hated pretender who was sort of face planted on the ground, and then sort of sizzled and melted away. And you've vanquished these these sun spirits or whatever they are. And the room falls quiet again, and you can see into this chamber where the hated pretender was previously, past this rickety, patched door. But there's, just this very dark den in there. And there's just trash strewn everywhere, broken, spiked furniture. There's a slanted table, a dresser, and a sort of a nest of rags where the pretender was like sitting when you first went in there and saw him gnawing away at a human leg, and it just stinks of death in there. And you can see like a couple of bodies, a couple of dead warriors or bandits that have been stripped and dismembered. And you also see something from where you're standing, Sir Dunning. You can see it looks like there's something like drawn on the walls in there. And there might also be some other items around on the left that you kind of caught a glimpse of when you were in the room previously.
Okay, so before I do anything there, so Dunning poked his head up through the trapdoor, and I think somebody else went up there as well. I think Okam did. Okam. Of what we saw up there, because you described it as there being lots of the little spirit things.
Yep.
What then came down afterwards, would Sir Dunning assess that there is still plenty of them up there?
I think that... Well, Okam... Oh yeah, because you both had a look, didn't you? I think that you could estimate that there might still be some up there, but much fewer. It's hard for you to know though, because it seems like these beings are sort of drifting around and clustering in groups and attacking you, and then sort of disappearing into the light.
Okay, well I think Sir Dunning tells the others that there may still be more upstairs. And then he's gonna, can I move? He's gonna move in here and just have a bit of a look around. I'll inspect the writing on the wall. Actually, someone else should probably do that. I think I can read it. I'll inspect it anyway.
Well, you can read it because it's just pictures.
Oh, okay. What do I see?
It's a comic.
The walls are covered in these, like, just basically circles, mostly. They appear to be drawn out of blood and charcoal. And they're coloured black, just all of these big black circles. And you also see among them these rough drawings of what look like moons and stars. But in particular, this big black circle seems to be the most common motif on the walls in here.
Maybe he made himself a little child's room, you know, with all the fake stars and stuff they usually have, you know?
Wonder if that's related to the calendar on the other roof.
Yeah, could be.
Are all the circles full, or does it look like moon cycles? Like, quarter moon, full moon, or the blood moons in between?
Yeah, you see a couple of these, like, crescent moons, but they're not coloured in, and you don't really see, it doesn't look like a cycle exactly.
Okay.
You can't detect any particular order to it. It seems kind of erratic.
Even the stars, we don't recognise common constellations or...
No particular constellation, but if you're kind of looking at it and trying to work out what it is, you can give me a religion check if you wish.
Would you believe that Sir Dunning the Paladin is not very good at religion?
While he's doing that, can I rifle through this trash?
But apparently he's better at religion than he is at swinging a sword, so there you go.
Yeah. You think, in particular, these coloured in circles may be symbols of Shah, the goddess of night and darkness.
Okay. So I think he tells everybody else that.
Maybe he thought the darkness would protect him from these things.
Good point.
And Solomon, where do you go rummaging? There's like a dresser, there's a bunch of furniture, there's these corpses, there's this like weird filthy nest. I think there's probably actually also to the far west of the room over here. I think there's just like a pile of stuff there as well. Like it looks like a pile of junk and various things that may have been taken off some of these corpses that have been lying around.
Yeah, I think he goes through whatever seems to be pilfered goods from these corpses first.
Is this the dresser?
This is the dresser over here.
Okay.
Maybe that's like a slanted table. When you look at that table, it looks like it was designed to be slanted. Like two of the legs are shorter than the other two. And you think it was intentional. And these chairs have like spikes on them.
Yeah. Solomon's not really looking for anything archaic or of like archaeological value or anything. He's just looking for whatever's shiny seemingly. Whatever is easily from the eye valuable.
Alright, just lying around in this little kind of treasure heap on the floor, you see a bunch of things. Several old and corroded swords, some daggers, a sling, a broken crossbow. You see neatly stacked and sort of counted and arranged a whole bunch of coins, gold and silver coins. You can quickly count them because of the way that they're arranged, and you find you estimate approximately 400 gold pieces.
There's quite a few pieces there, poor fellas.
Nice.
And new sword. I point to the broken, obviously rusty-looking, terrible swords. New swords there, fellas. If yours aren't working so.
It's like Facebook Marketplace.
You find other things. You find also an opal, but it's cracked, a cracked opal. You find a silver ring, just a plain silver ring. 3 silver earrings, a copper necklace, a rope belt, 3 leather belts. You find a pouch, a small pouch that feels like it has something in it. An ink pot and pen. You find 3 empty backpacks, some sacks, some shoes, a bunch of other useless stuff. And you also find an especially large sack that when you sort of touch it or interact with it, it kind of clinks around a little bit, like it's got something glass in it.
I think Solomon very clearly goes to just shove all the bits of valuable metals in, obviously valuable metals in Rufus's backpack. He's like, he goes and puts them in the backpack. Look, Rufus kind of wears a little backpack. He shoves all the valuable metals in there. Well, I don't know if there's anything else really. I open up the pouch just to see if there's anything in this.
Inside the pouch, you see it appears to be full of seeds. You can pull them out, and they look like pumpkin seeds. Pepitas. Pepitas? Is that a pumpkin seed?
Pepitas, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll keep these as a gift for my hermit friend Sniggles. And yeah. Like, well, unless you guys are looking for anything of the, anything that will glean insight to the situation, put all the valuable things out there.
Oh no,
Is
it's in
it-
that sack that's clunking around with glass in it.
What do you do?
Open it up and look in there.
When you open it up, you see inside there are 2 vials of liquid that have stoppers in them. They're just sort of rolling around, and they're clear, and you can see into them. One of them has a blood red liquid in it, and the other one, I think there's like an official. The other one has a liquid that appears to be sort of silvery grey with this this kind of sort of brown mixture within it, kind of swirling around. It almost looks like a liquid sedimentary rock.
Do they look familiar at all? Have I seen these sort of vials before?
I think you would recognize that the red liquid is probably a potion of healing.
Okay.
So Dunning is definitely eyeing that because he is very, very hurt. He has one, but just in case.
Look, I think we could maybe take a short nap outside the circle, and perhaps we'll be
perhaps in the cave.
Yes, the cave would work.
I'd be happy here if whatever his name was, Mr. Overlord Fancy Face, he was napping in here and wasn't get attacked by anything. He just locked the door behind us. I got some like steel wedges and stuff with me.
I mean, it kind of smells like shit in here, but I guess we can.
We're acclimatized to it.
Alright, yes.
Well, we also have up still to explore.
Yeah, but there's also the chest to look into.
Chest.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a dresser and there's a pile of rags and other stuff that looks
All right,
like.
well, I think we'll search everything in
bed
here
or
then.
something.
Yeah.
I'll search the dresser.
I'm meanwhile looking around the room to see if there's anywhere that this chair with this table with two short legs, if there's anything that look like they would fit on, just in case. Since the completely blank look on your face, I'm guessing there's not.
Wait, what do you mean that anything that would fit on?
He said the table had two legs shorter, so it was like as though it was made deliberately that way. Like, is it meant to fit anywhere specifically that the floor is uneven, or there's a ledge that those legs look like they would fit on to make the table level?
You don't see anything like that. But the more you look at it, the more you're convinced that it was just designed this way for some reason. Like it's like a table that doesn't work.
Facebook Marketplace. I'll keep it in mind.
So Dunning, you can walk over to this dresser. It's just this old, partially rotten wooden dresser. It's got like 3 drawers in it. There's nothing on it or anything like that.
Can I check the drawers?
As you reach out and put your hand around the knob of one of these drawers and go to pull it out, you find that there is a razor blade that is on the other side of the knob, and it cuts your hand as you yank it and trying to open it. You take 3
Classic trap.
3 slashing damage. Apparently Rufus says 3 slashing damage. Sorry, I don't want to do your dog's voice for you. I apologize.
You must have them selected.
I think Sedani, he pulls his hand back, obviously cut from the razor, and I think he looks over at Okam, who's inquisitively looking at the table, and says, I think, brother, that all the furniture is designed to be torturous in some nature. Tables that are useless, chairs covered in spikes, dressers full of razors. This whole place is designed to be a torture chamber for this hated pretender.
Seems like a reasonable assessment to me.
Yeah.
And then he's going to drink his healing potion.
No. We can take a quick nap. We should maybe stay.
Right. If we could rest, he's going to do that. Otherwise, he's.
But yeah, the drawer doesn't open either. It seems like these are just fake, just the facade of drawers. There's nothing in there.
Yeah, I think all the furniture is designed to be unusable. So is that everything searched in here now?
The only other thing was this pile of rags and this nest of rags.
Was he keeping an egg in there?
I poke around in it with my sword.
Okay, with your sword, you hit something. There's something solid in there.
Can I clear the rags away with the sword?
As you
Can't
clear
see the thing.
as you clear the rags away from this object, you can see that it is a book. You also find, kind of moving these rags aside, that all of these little, like, kind of bugs go, like, crawling, like, scattering away. And you kind of think, if you had just reached in there with your hand, perhaps they would have crawled all over you.
Yes, I think the cave is a better place. All right, I'll grab the book.
Okay, you take the book. It appears to be a real book. It's not just the facade of a book.
Anything on the cover?
It's just a leather-bound book,
Ooh, fancy.
fairly small.
All right, I'll open it up. Have a look.
Maybe it's his diary.
Yeah, when you open it up, you find that it appears to be the diary of one of the bandits that sort of was involved in taking over the village of Broken Huts. Just sort of talking about, you know, his past, maybe his difficult relationships with some of the people in his life. Nothing of
I flip
interest.
to the last entry.
As you flip through the book, you discover that the diary just sort of ends with the last, somewhere in the middle of the book, with the last entry that is just maybe just sort of talking about, just talking excitedly about the potential to loot this strange tower. There's nothing interesting there, but you find then after that last entry that there is a whole bunch of writing in another hand, which seems to be written in like a brown, kind of sooty colored, scratchy writing, probably written in blood and bodily fluids, completely different in style and tone to the writing of the bandit. And you can conclude pretty easily that this is maybe the insane writings of the hated pretender himself. And it goes on for some time. There's a fair bit of kind of rambling in here.
Can I make any of it out?
If you'd probably need to take maybe 10 minutes or something like that to kind of go through it. There's just a bunch of stuff. Maybe if you just like glance at something, you can see at one point the hated pretender is just sort of lamenting his suffering and talking about how he's doomed to be killed over and over again by what he refers to as his jealous and spiteful subjects.
When he died, you said he turned into like a liquid and just sort of disappeared through the floor, right?
Yeah, he just kind of dissolved.
All right.
But yeah, you feel like there might be more in this book, but you'd need a moment.
Well, I think Sir Dunning tells the others that there may be some more info in here, but I do not recommend waiting here to find out. I think we need to get clear of the tower and recover.
All right, to the Batcave.
To the
We don't want to wait too long though. We don't want this guy to come back. So maybe.
I think that may be inevitable, brother.
I thought you were going to roll maybe like a paper cut damage while going through the
You'd
door.
probably take me down.
Yeah.
You mean the D6 seems a bit steep for a razor blade to the hand?
No, as in additional damage because he got cut with the razor. Like you only get cut by
paper cut damage for the
diary,
book.
from the book. Yeah.
I mean, you got some crazy arteries in the hand that can do some damage.
Yeah, maybe 1d6 was a little bit steep for a razor blade there.
That was a rusty one.
It was not a cutthroat razor.
That's true. I mean, if it was a series, you could cut your finger off.
All right. So as we come back down, do we see any more of the little things?
You see movement, this kind of flitting around of some being or something in the light again, but nothing comes upon you as you come through here.
Well, we should be safe from those light ghost things at this point, I think. We want to take a quick kip in the cave. How far away is the cave?
The cave is pretty close. Only like...
Couple minutes.
Not even. Only like a minute away. The tower is sort of built near the base of these bluffs, and the cave is just a few meters up.
Yep. All right. I think we'll head to the cave.
All right. Let me see. Yeah, so you can head back over. Give me an athletics check if you want to climb up these bluffs towards the cave.
Can do. Ooh, 14.
Nice, that's fine.
Hey!
Oh,
Ooh.
I think I should still have the rope there that I put in before from my climber stuff.
Did you just like leave the grappling hook there?
I probably would have just left it there. Yeah.
You can roll with advantage. Anyone who wants to use the grappling hook.
Yep.
Well, I fell down, and then I'll try the grappling hook.
Okay.
can I try and catch him in like a hero grab kind of thing by the forearm?
Yeah, give me a dex check.
Oh, 11. No, 9.
9. I think he just like falls on top of you, and you sort of just get yourself underneath him, but he kind of falls on you and like hits his knee quite bad on your shield and your armor and everything.
Let's not take more damage here, people.
So he takes three bludgeoning
Jenko's
damage.
just like, these fucking paladins, man.
I mean, it's probably not a great idea to be climbing with all that heavy armor.
That's funny because even if you did use that hero grab, it's not that great. So you probably just be like a foot off the ground. Like, I got
Yeah. I got you, brother. As his feet are still touching the ground.
Yeah.
Just like
Don't look down.
All right, Okam, you make it up fine after that. Is that everyone?
Do I need
Yes.
to roll again? Or did I?
No, you're fine. You can all climb up and head back into this cave with this big sort of big stone slab in it that has this kind of sundial.
Now, if we're going to have a rest here, is there any reason to have a short rest, or should we just have a long rest? I'm not sure if there's a rush.
Well,
Be good to recharge spells and
if
stuff.
we long rest, some of the beasts or the creatures may rise again. I don't know how it happens. Perhaps it's once a day, perhaps it's once a week, perhaps it's once an hour. We shouldn't spend too much time dawdling if we can. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. Short rest.
Just enough
Extra
to
rest.
recover and push on, I think.
Okay.
All right. Do you do anything in particular before or during your short rest?
What can we do during a short rest and still get the rest?
You could read that book.
Could we read the book and still
Yeah.
get the benefits of the rest?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll do that. So Dunning will flick through the book.
Okay.
How do we do this? We just press the short rest button.
Yeah. So if you, just click that knife and fork,
Yeah.
and then it'll allow you to roll your hit dice
Oh
once
yeah,
you're in
that's
there.
good.
Yeah. Plus, Jenko will also like to keep a watch out as well.
It's not as good. What a roll.
Jenko, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Oh yeah, brother.
Do I get any spells back on a short rest? No.
It's on your part.
I can't find the spell stuff on here. I don't know.
What are you looking
I
for?
don't think
Where
you
does
do.
it say how many slots you've used and all that sort of stuff?
It's on it's the little book tab spells. The slots are the little shield things up in the top right of where your spells are.
Yeah, this spells tab is the fourth one down on the right.
Okay. Down there. Okay, yeah. No, that didn't get any back.
I think paladins mainly get the channel divinity back on a short rest.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they get
yeah.
this back.
I got that back. All right, well that's good. That gives me some stuff. Do we get lay on hands back?
It
This is from
should.
Rufus.
It should hopefully give it to you automatically if you do get it back.
Yeah,
but
it
otherwise,
didn't, so maybe not.
it says when you finish a long rest.
Long rest. Okay.
But you can read this book.
Yes.
You
I'll
find
do
some
that.
a bunch of other information in here. The hated pretender he's wondering when Shah, the goddess of darkness and the night, will save him and reward him for serving her during his reign. He rambles on and on about a big stash of treasure that he wants to take for himself, but he can't get to it.
Does it say where it is?
He doesn't mention it in his insane ramblings. He just complains a lot and talks about how it's just out of reach. But he knows it's there. He says he saw it. He witnessed it. He also writes about hunger a lot, and he spends a lot of time brainstorming and trying to develop some kind of magic that will keep what he refers to as his pumpkin alive. He seems to have some knowledge of magic. And there's actually a detailed sketch here of the runes at the threshold that you saw on the ground floor. And he's also kind of conflicted about eating his pumpkin one day, because he also seems to speak to it or see it as his pet, perhaps.
It's his Wilson.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
He also writes about how he's worked out how to avoid what he now calls the glowing ghosts, although he doesn't specify how, of course. He mentions some kind of glowing orb that he wants to destroy, but he can't for some reason. And lastly, he mentions several treasures that he found on some of the bandits, including a ring with a gem of brightness on it, which he says he threw away because it's the last thing he needs in this place.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, didn't somebody find a ring when we first got there?
Silver ring.
So I think as I'm reading through this, Sir Dunning's probably reading this out to the group.
Let me pull the ring out of Rufus's bag.
Well, we found another one when we first got in.
Oh, did we?
Oh yeah, on the floor. I've still got that one. Does
Maybe
it have a ruby in it?
maybe
Not
I
a
don't know.
not a
Does it
ruby,
have a gem?
give it
like a clear gem.
maybe give it a tap or something, or just think of bright or something.
I'll cast. I can do this. I can do brightness on it.
I'll say before you do that, seeing as you're looking at this ring, sort of scrutinizing it, that you find that there are some words, 3 words inscribed on the inside of the ring in a rare language. Actually, Okam, what were your languages again?
Draconic and.
Yeah, it's in Draconic.
Oh, excellent.
It's like not words in the sense that it's kind of telling you something, but they seem like magic words of some kind, written in Draconic, so you can read them.
Also,
yeah.
abracadabra, alakazam.
Try command words for the item. Give it a go.
Made in Taiwan.
I'll say them. What's going to happen?
Okay, so as Sir Dunning's reading through this book and some of the things that come out, he mentions that he saw something that seems like a glowing orb or a glowing something on top of the tower.
It sounds like he thought it controlled the ghosts or something.
Yes. He seems to fear light. I think the ghosts are attracted to light, hence he hid in the darkness.
Well, just as you say that about light, Okam speaks the first of the command words on this ring, and it causes this gem to suddenly just explode with this bright light. It just lights up the whole cave. And yeah, the ring is just this extremely bright light. That's just for one of the words. I don't know if you say the other words.
No, I'll stop after that.
Good thing we didn't use it in the tower. They would have all came in swarming like moths towards it.
You think perhaps that's the reason why the hated pretender didn't want it?
Just that probably as a distraction. Put it down. Does it still keep glowing, or is it just a momentary thing?
I think when you put it down, it goes out. I think the light goes out.
Okay.
Anyone who happens to be... Is anyone proficient in Arcana?
Yeah.
I think I might be.
You can give me a check if you're proficient to see if you might have heard of a thing like this or read about a thing like this.
Athletics, did you say?
I think I know the item is like metagame because I did read through it for my uncommon common magic items, I think.
Yeah, what is this? Uncommon. Yeah, I'll say that for a 12, you think this is a gem of brightness, which actually, I think even the hated pretender even calls it a gem of brightness in his diary, if it's his diary. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just post this. See if it'll just... Rufus explains.
Wow.
What this does.
Well, it seems like with the first command word, you expel the light from the stone, but with the other ones, you focus it towards a target to kind of hit them with a bright beam of light.
Is this Rufus speaking?
No, this isn't Rufus. This is Solomon.
Right.
When we were in the tower, the seal that was at the front, the stairs were on the other side of it, weren't they? They were inside the tower.
Yes.
Okay.
Does this ring need attunement, or it's just good to go?
It's just good to go. You already used it.
All right.
Maybe I missed that it needs attunement.
It doesn't. I looked it up. Yeah.
How about we do a take 2 on the shining the light through the skylight, that shaft, to have a look at the dial itself on the floor using the ring.
Well, you could give it a go.
Sure, why not?
All right, so Jenko Jenkins, you can kind of take this bright, glowing ring and climb up a little bit further onto the top of the bluff above the cave, and you find this hole, as described to you, just sort of born directly through the rock. and you can shine this bright light from this glowing ring down the hole. And those within the cave, sure enough, see this bright beam of light shine directly through the hole. And it appears to light up a particular location on this sundial. You think if each of these 4 notches within each 12, so there's 12 large notches and each is divided into 4, that this is showing the time of 10:15.
Does that seem accurate to whatever time it is right now? I'll take a step outside and do a kind of look towards the sun.
Yeah, you look towards the sun and you take some fire damage to your eyes, but you can conclude that no, you think it's actually midday.
Oh,
22 hours to go.
perhaps it's some kind of perhaps it's kind of some kind of sort of secret password or something. Perhaps it might be useful later or something, who knows? Or some significant time we don't know about.
Oh, there's something at that spot on the sundial.
All that, I'll feel around the sundial where 10:15 is, I guess.
You don't find anything there or around the sundial.
Perhaps it's just a significant time for some reason. Let me put that in the notes.
Well, back to the tower, I suppose.
And we don't want to.
We either need to check.
Well, if the hated pretender really will rise again, it'll probably rise from below. But maybe what we're looking for is up top. That's where we saw the chalice, isn't it?
Well, we saw something glowing, which could be this glowing orb he describes.
It could be that as well.
There's also downstairs, which is now more intriguing, since he says there's a treasure that he cannot reach. Could be outside the tower, but it could be in the basement.
Definitely worth exploring, though.
Yes, we can look below if we need be.
All right. We cue the back to the tower, climbing down the cliff montage.
Yep. I'll say, well, yeah, if you're climbing back down, give me another athletics check. You can roll at advantage if you're using the grappling hook.
No. Won't be needing that.
You just jump. Oh no, 11's fine.
He's
7.
athletic as fuck, man.
I got 7.
You take 2 bludgeoning damage as you kind of stumble at the last.
That's a 9.
The last bit. 9 is also. You also take some damage.
Excellent.
4 bludgeoning damage.
Damn it.
How do the 2 of you both fall? What happens?
Body armor.
I might say, Jenko might say, "Oh, Okam, watch out for that stone!" And he's like, "Oh!" And he slips himself.
Awesome. All right. And I think some of you guys are still concentrating.
Oh,
I don't remember what that was, but that would be
shield of faith.
And yeah, you can come back down.
You turn it off.
You once again. Oh, if you just double click on your character and go to the effects tab, then there's a thing at the top that says temporary effects. If you right click on that, you can just go break concentration.
Oh, yeah, I'm 10,212 seconds over my concentrating protection from good and evil.
Where am I seeing this? Double click.
In your character sheet, go to the 5th tab down on the right. So the effects one, it's like a little lightning bolt.
Oh yeah.
And then at the top in temporary effects, you can right click and go break concentration.
Uh-huh.
Nice. But yeah, you come back down here, and you see once again this tower built out of this Titan treefolk, this treefolk Titan's head, with this big gnarled tree standing tall next to it. Its limbs kind of reaching upwards towards the barred windows on the second level, and you can see these crenellations at the top that look like this crown.
Is the tower circular?
Yeah.
If it were a clock, would this tree be at 10:15?
Would it be a 10:15? Probably not.
Okay.
Okay, you were close to something there. You were close to something.
Oh no, what am I? The tree would be at like, I guess like 3 o'clock. Or it sort of depends how this is oriented, I guess. Orientated.
Okay.
You don't think
Can we just go past the tree on the way and just check it out? Is there anything interesting about this tree?
You find when you look at the tree that there is an old, sort of rotten piece of rope tied to one of the branches. And you think this might have been potentially used as a hanging tree long ago.
Oh.
Maybe this is where they hung the man himself.
Maybe.
You don't find anything else particularly interesting about the tree at the base, but it does. It is a big, tall, strong tree.
Does it look climbable?
Does Sir Dunning of Kruger think he can climb the tree?
So Dunning of Kruger can climb any tree.
I know a creature that can climb anything. All
You
right.
have your
He's
answer.
very confident that he can climb this tree.
Yes, I suppose Rufus could climb the fucking tree as well. The tree.
I'm gonna climb it. I'm gonna
doesn't-
climb it and have a look.
The tree doesn't go all the way to the top. It seems to go up to the barred windows or eye holes on the second level.
Okay. Alright.
But you might be able to. You're not sure if you might be able to kind of climb up further than that.
I'm gonna give it a crack. I'm gonna climb the tree and just see if I can see anything differently from up there.
Okay.
Do you want athletics?
Yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Hit
Or easy 25.
How do you know the DC wasn't 26?
Oh, I know.
You easily climb this tree. Barely
Okay.
even have to use your legs.
Does this vantage point give him a different view on anything?
When you... Let me think. So you climb up here and you can reach these barred windows and look into this sort of this area where you found the hated pretender previously, and you notice one thing that you notice is that as you look into the barred windows, that the hated pretender's door is shut. And it strikes you as odd because you don't remember anyone shutting it.
Alright.
You also think, looking around, that you're on this sort of ledge, and the outside of this head is fairly irregular in shape. You feel like you might actually be able to climb further up and try to reach the battlements. You're not sure, but it might be possible.
He calls down there and he says, "Brothers, we could probably climb to the top from here. Save going through the tower again. I fear the hated pretender may be back. I am unsure if your dog would be able to make the climb, however."
I wouldn't underestimate him, but
Jenko could
you
probably
might be
carry him.
right.
So we think we could make the top where the glowing thing is.
You feel like you don't see an immediate path. You kind of look up and you feel like maybe you could sort of climb up on top of these eye holes onto the sort of brow of this tree folk head, and you feel like there's a bit of a sort of ledge there. It's kind of bumpy and stuff like that. You feel like maybe if you sort of shimmy around the side that you might be able to kind of climb up.
There's no maybe to it, so Dunning is absolutely certain that he could do that.
Do you just try it?
Nah, not if the rest of the group isn't coming. I think he's going to climb down. He'll climb down and say to the others, we could probably make the top via the tree and save going back through the tower. There's also the basement that we haven't explored yet.
You think it would be more of a difficult climb to get from the eye holes to the roof than it was to get up the tree, even for you.
He thinks it would be more difficult for the others.
Yeah.
That's what he thinks. I'm not sure if you would be able to make this climb.
Because the dude had to pretend it didn't come out till we opened the door. It's like we could just walk past it, go up the.
Well, I think you've got that ring of light. Like, I think if we shine that, like he stays away.
I doubt he's gonna come back to that. He's gonna like somehow reappear back in that room, or probably come from somewhere else.
But someone had to shut the door.
We potentially also could just speak to him again through the door and try and, now that we've got a bit more info. Because he seemed willing to actually well, not willing, but...
Well, does he remember every life he's lived? Because he might remember that we kind of killed him last time.
We'll fucking do it again.
It's alright. That's a fair point.
I mean, I'm happy either way. I'm happy either way. It feels to me, I think like the gamer in me wants to check that friggin' basement because it just is like a black spot on the map that I haven't like fully filled in the fog of war yet.
Alright, well, if you want to check out the basement to stage your curiosity, we can. So done.
Let's do it.
All
Back
right.
in through the door.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind finding more treasure.
Nothing's changed in here.
So you head back into the tower. No, nothing seems all that different, although maybe as you peer in here, you can see that there appears to be something kind of shiny on the spikes of this throne over here. And you think you can see maybe some sort of liquid or something like that, like trickling down one of the arms of this throne. You also see more of these, more of this movement.
It's resurrected
in the light.
Can we also recall if the sigils on the floor currently match the ones in the diary? Like if there was anything different from the ones in the diary? If that makes sense, like you might have...
Yeah, if Sir Dunning pulls out the diary and compares it to these sigils on the floor, you do think they're the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've been rearranged or there's any particular insight into them. It's just a copy of them.
Is that a goop falling onto that throne over there? If Solomon goes to look at it.
Yeah, there is blood and plasma dripping off the spikes of this throne and down the sides of it.
He slimed it.
Well, that's rather gross.
Is it collecting into like a drain or some type of dish at the bottom of the throne? Just through the grout of the stones or something?
Pooling on the floor.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you don't see it kind of going anywhere in particular.
The throne's made of stone, isn't it?
But it's covered in steel spikes.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's recently spiked something.
We got about We got to about 10:15 before we see the pretender again, boys.
I reckon he's back. So Dunning told you he sees the door was closed again. I fear he may reform here at this throne. When we killed him previously, he simply fled to here. Jenko, can you destroy that stone throne?
Perhaps he has no word in the matter. He's probably cursed or whatever, for all we know.
Alright. I say we head down.
Alright.
Don't fall for any more razor blades.
Before you, let me just pause for a second. Actually. Okay. Alright. You can enter this stairwell and begin walking downwards. It's just this winding stairway, spiral staircase. The stairs are scattered with detritus and bones. And this leads down below you imagine the base of the skull of the tree folk, below ground. And it is dark below. And you make your way down and you find yourselves unable to continue because there is a wall of thick iron bars at the bottom of these stairs.
An area he could not reach, brothers.
Sounds entirely possible, yeah.
There's no lock or anything. It's
Where do you look for a lock?
anywhere around the bars. No latches. No on the side. There's no mechanism to open them, or.
As you look around for some sort of lock, you find on the wall to the right, there seems to be. You have dark vision. Yeah, you see an intricately carved clock face. With a single bronze hand extending from a circular pin in the middle. And there are 12 hours each divided
Turn
into
that bad
4.
boy to 10:15.
Yep.
Oh yeah, brother.
You can also see, I'll say, let me see. It's dark inside this room, but seeing as because you can see through the bars and you've got dark vision, you can see this room that has the walls of the room made out of stone, but they appear to be lined with tiles or something like that. It's like a tiled room, some sort of fresco or something like that. And let me see.
I'm just going to cast a light cantrip as well, so other people can see who don't have dark vision.
Yeah, so just before you do that,
Okay,
as you kind of peer into this room, you also see all of a sudden the room like lights up with light. And you can see in this room a little bit more clearly, or everyone can kind of see in here, there appears to be some sort of, it's like a large circular room. It looks like there's like some sort of like pit or something like that in the middle of the room, a big circular pit. You can also see a boot, just a lone boot, sitting upright on the ground between you and this pit. And the room lights up, and it seems like this light is coming out of the pit. As this happens, you can see this like some kind of strange large. It's like a big altar, a stone altar, on the wall to the west, across from the stairs, that has like some sort of bronze disc on the front, like a big shield almost. but it's shaped like a sun with wavy spokes. And as this light flashes on, you hear this strange humming sound. You can almost like feel this vibration through the floor. And you see that this strange energy, this sort of twinkling, shining light begins to like form just before this shield. And it forms into this kind of, sparkling sort of little twinkling light, and it comes out almost of this shield and then is kind of moves towards the light in this pit. And as it moves over the light of this pit, it seems to absorb this strange kind of like cloud of energy or some kind of magic or something like that that's kind of coming out of the pit that looks like it's being drawn into it. And as this is happening, it begins to take on some kind of form, and this twinkling sort of star or whatever it is, it begins to take on the form, more of a humanoid form, and it looks like one of these kind of shining red and yellow ghosts. You see this man with these huge black eyes and gnashing teeth. He appears to be dressed in overalls, and he's holding a large axe. And he kind of forms above this pit, and then all of a sudden the light that's coming out of this pit just blinks off. And you can see with your dark vision eyes that as soon as that happens, this ghostly form begins moving towards you, towards the bars. Did you set the time to 10:15?
Yes.
And as you see this thing coming towards you, do you still cast the light cantrip?
Yeah, since I said I would, sure.
Okay. And what do you do? Nothing happens now that you've like set the time to 10:15. It doesn't seem to open the bars or anything like that. Do you do anything else?
There's no magical words we've got. Any ideas, anyone?
Do you know the words in Draconic for open? Maybe try that.
I say, open sesame in Draconic.
Please.
That doesn't seem to work.
Well, it was worth a shot.
I'm going to take us over to a little battle map.
Oh,
What?
come on, dude.
Why would we need that?
I thought it was a negotiation map.
Obviously, we're going to be friendly with these guys.
And let me see.
Yeah, that's a discussion map.
This is probably...
These Celestials aren't very friendly, are they?
Yeah, we're going to take turns debating.
I'll put you on the map here. Where's your Rufus? And I'll probably just move you... Let me see. I don't know how narrow are these stairs. Probably only enough space for you to be like this. What's your marching order? Perhaps I should have asked that before.
I'm probably the front because I just tried to open it.
Okam's going to be at the front, sure.
I'd probably be behind him then. Maybe swap me and Jenko.
I was going to say, can we go 2x2 or is it single file?
Yeah, it's probably single file, I think.
I think me and Rufus are holding the rear.
And so maybe it's just kind of something like this. Spiral staircase. And these are the bars here. Let me see. These are the bars here. And so I guess, I kind of have drawn it so you can
That's
stand
fine. That's fine. We can
two
do
across.
singles.
That's all right though. Okay. And this phantasm moves through the bars. So let's roll for initiative.
Ugh. Does this look the same as the things we've been fighting?
Yes. Yeah, you're confident this is the same.
These things are absolutely the worst enemy for a paladin that just has a bunch of like light and...
It's crazy we have 2 paladins in this very light enemy focused adventure.
These are the worst enemies. I got all these spells that can like give them disadvantage to hit, and then they don't roll friggin' hit rolls. Oh, did I just roll twice? What did I do? No.
There you go. It's a little bit better. I'm unhappy with my artwork. You get the idea.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You get the idea. Sweet. All right. Okam, you start every combat at the top. What do you do?
Let's just suss out how strong this dude is. Well, I take a swing at him or her. Them.
Okay.
Well, it seemed to be a guy in overalls before he kind of rose up.
Is this where they're coming from?
I can't find my combat stuff.
Well, it seems to be with these spirits' brides.
There we go.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're hitting this time.
Adrian,
Just needed that short rest.
Unfortunately, because it's near the source of its creation, its AC is much higher now, and you still failed. No,
not as much. 4.
Okay.
Or 7.
7. Hold on a second. It seems to only have taken 3. Why is that?
Maybe it doesn't take the slashing damage. Don't know.
Well, yeah, but you've got like a silvered sword. It should be fine. That's all right. You're pretty confident it takes all the damage as you cleave through it. All right. Jenko Jenkins.
Could I occupy that space, or no? Because we're sort of coming around single file.
Yeah, so can I use my movement to just get out of the way a bit?
Yeah, you can go there. Why not? Wherever it is now. I shrunk it.
Oh.
It is what it is. Oh, sorry. Okam, if you had you planned to move there, are you saying? You wanted to kind of get out of the way?
Yeah, I wanted to move down 1 square, but...
You can do that.
Move.
Oh, hold on. I will try to... There you go. You can move now.
Excellent.
Cool. Jenko will like to start laying in with the forearm.
Okay. Yep, that'll do it.
Cool. Man, that forearm's been doing some work this adventure.
Yeah. It just does forearm days, that's all.
You hit this thing so hard with your forearm that you practically just like go through it and hit the bars with your forearm. Not enough to hurt, but just with the force of it, the bars like shake as you just... And this like some man with these strange eyes and this axe is just like raising its axe as you just like... And it just like... dissipates and disappears.
That's it, brothers. The cream rises to the top.
Oh yeah.
Okay, these bars. Oh, actually, it's changed to 10:15. Can we try lifting them up? Possibly. Is there a lever or any? Oh, can we push in the dial that had 10:15? Like
push in the dial?
Yeah.
What do? You just reach out and push the whole clock face?
Yes. Not Jenko style. He doesn't want to punch a hole in the wall. He just wanted to put pressure on it.
The whole tower collapses.
We couldn't get out.
Yeah, you just palm heel strike it.
When you do that, you don't feel like the whole dial is going to move, but you feel like that the central pin kind of like gives way a little bit when you do that.
Okay. At the best he can, he's going to use one finger and push that center pin.
Yes, when you push the center pin, these bars begin like raising.
Nice.
Nice work.
Good job.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
keep rolling, brothers.
I'll take us back to here, and I will just I'll just move us all down. Let me just pause it. Alright. If everyone just wants to move into this square here, it should move you down automatically.
Can't move. Game's paused.
Yeah.
Oh, thought I unpaused it, and I paused it, and then I thought I paused it, and I unpaused it. Alright.
I see nothing.
Yes, this room...
I like cantrip going.
This room is... Oh, you have the light cantrip going?
Yeah.
Okay,
We did establish that.
the light cantrip... Because you have the light
It's a
cantrip...
bit dim.
Because you have the light cantrip glowing... Actually, I won't turn this on, sorry, because it is still dark in here, but I'll give you this light for the light cantrip. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Alright. Move yourselves out into the room. Maybe don't go any further than that, but Okam, that's a big pit.
Oh, that's the pit.
And as you look down there, you see in this pit, it is a pit of bones. It's full of bones, but there's also a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Just various items, various possessions, pieces of clothing. You see gleaming objects, things that look like they might be of value.
How deep's the pit?
The pit is 6 meters deep. It's a pretty deep pit. And when you see down there, when you look down there, you also see that there is an individual who is not just bones. It looks like a human male who is only wearing one boot. So you think probably the owner of the other boot. And he is like lying on this pile of bones and various possessions and treasures and things, and you can see he has like a sword lying next to him that he's kind of half clasping still in his hand, and he's holding something else in his other hand, which looks like some sort of big brass thing, like a kind of a long brass rod, some sort of strange object. And as you look down here, you feel that the sort of the air kind of grow warm around you, and you look up and you see 2 more of these phantasmal beings come through from above, and they come straight for you.
Oh, man.
Because you've got light. Son of a bitch.
I thought they'd be friendly to me because I got
Sorry,
light.
before we do anything, can you just... This is the sun shield thing?
No,
Is that
okay,
correct?
so the sun shield thing is this thing over here.
Okay.
And over on the right is a small annex that has some kind of brass mechanism. Some kind of... It looks like it's like a big box that looks like it has some cog or something like that on the top of it, maybe. I'm trying to think what you can see from here without actually going over there. Just this big brass cabinet thing, really.
Yeah, okay. That's all. I just wanted to orient myself to the room.
On the north wall, you can see also there is some kind of hook or something like that. Looks like something maybe hung there. And there's an etching in Draconic, which Okam can read. But you don't get a chance to read it because these spirits emerge, drawn by your light. So let's roll for initiative.
These are annoying little turds.
Yes, they are. Ugh. Particularly when the only kind of magic I have left is to give my sword radiant damage and make it glow.
Yeah, it really is unlucky.
Just leave your sword outside the tower and let it glow.
Oh, man.
And then just like hovering around it.
If I find another weapon down here, I'll just yeet it into this pit.
Okay. Oh yeah, and you don't have to roll for Rufus.
Yeah, he just acts on my turn.
Alright. Okam's not going first for once. As this thing emerges from the ceiling and floats down towards you, this one actually looks like what appears to be a woman in a dress holding a basket, but her head is that of a goat with wild, panicked eyes, and as she drifts down, you see that this basket appears to be full of small, like, children's skulls, and she pulls one out and like throws one at you. All of this is sort of lit up with golds and reds. It's all sort of spectral. So she will throw this at you and kind of pass through you.
Nice.
As she's throwing it at you. So give me a... It's well lit in here, so give me a DC 11 con save. Nice. Okay, you just take half of this radiant damage.
And I'm resistant to radiant damage.
Awesome.
So does that mean I get 1 or 2 damage?
Round 2.
Down, did you say?
Yeah. 2 damage. Yeah, so I guess she's kind of like throwing this thing at you as she's sort of coming at you, and she just kind of passes through you. It's almost like she's sort of repeating some sort of process, some sort of thing that she's been doing long before she died. Who knows? Okay, Solomon.
Alright, I gotta turn off the damn light, Okam. And I go here, and I'm gonna Hunter's Mark, actually. Let's go. We'll Hunter's Mark the top ghost here. Haven't done a Hunter's Mark in a bit. Yeah.
Top ghost. Alright.
And we're just gonna go for a... Just gonna go for a crossbow attack on him.
Yep. That works.
So that's 19, so I do the damage, which is just regular piercing, and then plus the... There's no button to let me do the extra Hunter's Mark damage, but so I guess I just do that manually.
How do you just destroy this thing in one hit like that?
Solomon just goes, I'm sick of these damn things. And his eye, he kind of like points one eye at him and goes, oh. Gives him a real main eye, and you see a kind of, a bit of mystical kind of druidic energy go towards him, and then he goes, see ya, boom. It's a crossbow.
Maybe when you give her the eye, she's kind of still like lobbing these burning children's skulls at everyone. She kind of turns towards you and just like, then you just hit her with this bolt, like, she just like explodes and sort of fades away. Oh, anything else?
That's it.
Jenko.
Jenko's gonna run in with a threat jab. This time. So here we go. Oh.
Miss.
Ah.
This one just sort of moves out of the way.
End turn.
Okay, so Dunning.
So Dunning sees that Jenko's got that well in hand. So he's going to come up here and he's going to check this thing, this shield. Can I investigate it? Is there anything? Does it move? Can I do anything with it?
So you want to sort of reach out and try to grab it and move it?
Yeah.
When you touch the shield, you discover that it is extremely hot. It just immediately burns your flesh. It's so hot that it's like you almost feel like you have reached out and like touched the sun itself. And maybe even your forearms like light up briefly, like this flame just like runs up your hands. You feel your flesh melting. You take 11 fire damage.
All right, he yells out, "Don't touch the shield."
Also, how did you do that? Did you sort of drop your sword, or? I guess you can stow your sword as a free action, actually.
Yeah, he just sheathed his sword and grabbed it. Okay, and then I think he'll just keep moving around. Where can I get to? There. And that'll be me.
Okay. Welcome.
Do we know what this critter is? It's not the woman with the baby's heads.
Say again, sorry?
The one that's left. It's not the woman with the baby's heads.
No. This one is some other form.
I'll just try and hit it.
Maybe it's the form of a young boy with the head of a dog. Maybe 3 dog heads.
I can't hit a dog.
Rufus does a little head tilt at it, like, oh.
And they're just all like 12 hits.
Excellent. Couldn't do better than that.
And it doesn't take the graze unless you miss it, does it?
No, but I got 5 damage.
If your attack roll with this weapon misses a creature. Cool. Yeah, so just the 5 damage. It kind of like gnashes at you as this sword like passes through one of its dog heads.
Oh no, not the dog head.
I aimed for the child part of it. Okay, it is going to...
hang on now, just before the end. Can everyone else see this critter?
Yes.
Okay, well I might as well...
Yeah.
I might as well put out my light anyway, just in case it's going to attract any more.
Okay, so that light... Actually, I'll give you this item just so you can look at it. Where is your inventory?
Oh no, I was doing light cantrip, the
Oh yeah, you were. Sorry, you have the gem of brightness, but you were just doing the light cantrip. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Sweet. Good, because I was going to say, I think it takes a bonus action to turn that thing off. Alright, so... it becomes dark in here. And yes, it's like pitch black in here now.
Is there any light coming off the shield thing?
No. It is... maybe a very, very faint... You know, just of like a piece of metal heated, but not enough light to like light up the room or anything like that. Let me see. Okay, it is going to still attack you, Okam. This thing flies through you. Now that it's dark, give me a reduced DC 10 con save, and
They don't take op tax, do they?
no, you try to.
I thought so.
What do you try to do?
Oh no, he's learnt, he's mastered from last time up in the tower.
Okay.
So,
Yep. Nice. All right, you take half and half again. So just
So-
one
Okay.
one radiant damage. Okay. At the top of the round, all of a sudden, the walls of the pit light up with this bright light, and you can see looking down there that the pit is lined with these like polished gems, and all of the walls out here are lined with like tiles, like polished, like reflective tiles. The whole room lights up as another one of these like twinkling star-like balls of energy appears before this shield that burned Sir Dunning's arms and hands. And you watch as this like light is like drawn towards the light of the pit. This like sparkling light is drawn into the pit and all this light that's shining out of it. And as it hovers over here, the same thing happens that happened before. It seems like this dark energy, like you can see it now, it's like a black like energy, necrotic energy kind of comes drifting up from the bones and the possessions within this pit and sort of is absorbed into this thing, which begins to form into another one of these phantasms over the pit. Okay, Solomon. You're on mute.
Yes. So if it's heavily obscured and if it's dark, I'll have disadvantage, right?
It's light at the moment, isn't it?
It's light at
Is
the
the pit
moment.
still glowing?
Yeah.
All right. Then
Still glowing for the moment.
Then I'll simply recast my hunter's mark at let's say the new one that's just popped out of the pit here.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't do another one hit. And I just shut up. Maybe we should find. Is there something in this room that can stop these things from showing up? And I'm just gonna go for another shot on it.
That's a hit.
Got him.
Too easy. And let's do one of these. And what's the bloody hunter's mark damage again? It doesn't. Like it's a D6. Yeah.
Ooh, it's not quite dead.
Rufus is just gonna go, and he's not gonna go there. He's gonna go. Ooh, it doesn't. I can't touch him now. I've gotten him stuck.
Oh, there you go.
That's I guess he'll move to the other side of the room just to. Well, he'll go with Okam just to get a bit more of an advantageous position.
Okay.
Or something else. And that's it.
All right. And also at the end of your turn, you notice, because you can still see these bars behind you at the bottom of the stairs, that the bars come back down again and close you in here. But I'll say you can also notice that there is what looks like some sort of like brass lever on this side of the stairs. Not visible from within the stairwell, but next to these bars. Jenko.
Jenko's right in on the spot. And he's going to run forward with a forearm for a clothesline to take out that one.
All right.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, actually, I can actually re-roll a 1.
Cool.
That's happened brawler feat. I'll just get back.
So it's 4 plus something.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, I just lost it. Oh, here we go.
The cheeky D6.
Oh, 1 again. I got to take it anyway. That's it.
Unlucky.
Okay. So 5.
Yep, and then clothesline, one hand, and then follow through with another throat punch. Actually, no, not a throat punch, because he doesn't want to hit the dog's head. He might just go for a knee to the midriff and hit the kid.
Yep, 18 hits. All right. You hit this kid, and all three mouths of these dogs just kind of like, and it sounds like the sound of like a child being like punched in the stomach. These dogs are just like, as it dissipates.
The unmistakable sound of a child being punched in the stomach by a Goliath.
Yeah, haven't you heard that before?
We all know that sound.
We all know that sound. Okay, at the top of this round... Oh, sorry, you're still moving.
Yeah, so I just wanted to move in front of this brass cabinet.
Okay, when you move over there, you can now see it is a brass cabinet that appears to have some kind of slot on the top. Maybe you can see this, what looks like some kind of cog, and there's like a slot in the cog. And it looks like you could like move this cog somehow. You're not sure what the slot is about exactly.
Okay. Cool. Man.
Okay.
That'd be the brass rod in the pit, I reckon.
Okay, let me just see which direction this thing is going to go in. Newly born, newly hateful. Okay. Ooh, southeast. Okay, it's going to go after you, Jenko. How far can these things move? Okay. Alright. That is far enough. It is going to then move through you and sort of hover behind this mechanism. So give me a... the room is still lit up, so give me a DC 11 con save.
Ooh.
Okay. 3 radiant.
Okay.
And at the end of its turn, the lights in this pit go out and it goes pitch black again. So Dunning.
Well, I now can't see anything. But he was... I mean, he was heading over where Jenko is, but I think with Jenko over there, he's going to move to where he said... Is this roughly where he said that hook was?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say you could see what looked like a hook from the other side of the room, and as you run over to it, you can kind of reach out and confirm that there seems to be like something sticking out of the wall. Piece of metal.
Okay, it doesn't move, it doesn't do anything.
No,
You're
you're
sort
not
of feeling it in the dark now.
Yeah, no, if you try to sort of grab it and pull it, it doesn't seem to do anything. Actually, I'll say even it's a little bit loose. Just seems like some rickety piece of metal sticking out of the wall.
Okay. I don't think I can really do much else. I will throw a javelin at this creature.
You've, I think, used your... Oh, nah, that's fine. That was just an object interaction.
Oh, I can... Yeah, if that's the action, that's fine.
No, I don't think so. You weren't able to, like, manipulate it or do anything with it, so that's fine.
Alright.
It will
throw a
be
javelin.
difficult for you to do that because of where Jenko is and this device
for
and
most.
this thing.
Risk it.
Not for certain. You want me to do a disadvantage?
No, just roll as normal, but it'll just be hard for you to do it. Ooh.
Oh.
Awesome.
Turns out I should be using javelins instead of swords.
Give me the damage. Describe how all that goes down as this thing is killed by your javelin.
I think so. Did they give off any kind of light?
Yeah, they kind of shine a little bit.
Alright, so I think he's on his way over to check out this hook when the lights go out, so he kind of cancels that, pulls out a javelin. The only thing that he can see now is this faintly glowing thing, and he just like threads the needle straight through the gap. Maybe like Jenko's got his arm up or something, and it just goes over the top of the bicep and just pins this thing to the wall.
Just past his billowing hair.
Yeah.
Nice, and it does appear to like pin this thing to the wall briefly, like before it just dissipates.
That's me.
Okam.
Are we out of combat now?
Still an initiative.
I'm not sure what that means if there's no combat.
It just means that let's, for the time being, keep moving one at a time.
Sure. Well, okay, I'll say what's on my mind. I'm thinking it's probably the brass rod that goes into that box with the cog and the groove in the cog. So do you think we should try and communicate with this dude down the pit?
So I'll just say before anyone answers that because we were in initiative, I would usually say that you can only answer on your turn. So I know there's no foes in the scene, but let's treat this like we're still in combat.
A question though, was the guy conscious? Did he seem conscious?
He didn't. He wasn't moving.
Okay.
Didn't look like it.
Well, I got nothing I really want to do. Everything seems to be covered. I'll go have a look at this thing, see if I can suss anything else out about it. But does it look like the rod would fit in there? There you go.
The one that you saw?
In the pit.
Yeah, seeing as you saw the rod, you're seeing this slot. Yeah, eyeballing it, you think it'd probably fit into this thing.
Okay. That's about all I'll do.
Okay. At the top of the round before Solomon's turn, another one of these sparkling... sparkling stars, whatever they are, twinkling lights appears and drifts over towards this pit and once again forms another phantasm above the pit. And the pit lights up to draw it in there. Oh, it goes first. Okay. What do we got? I wonder if I can roll 1d5. Sweet. Okay, this one's coming at you, Okam.
Excellent.
Emerges from this pit, full of hate, flies at you, kind of flies through you. It's going to end up there. So give me another save. It's lit up, so give me a DC 11 con save. All right. So you, I don't think you take anything.
Woo.
Right? Because you take nothing.
Excellent.
You feel nothing. Solomon. Oh, and then the light goes out.
How far down does that pit look?
6 meters.
6 meters? Oh, that's pretty far. Okay. Then in that case, would it be my action to let some rope down?
Yeah, because I think you would have to pull your rope out of your bag. I'll say you can drop it as a free action, but yeah.
Yes, I pull out rope and hold on to it. I say, Rufus, go and fetch boy.
He's going to come up with a big bone.
He just realized what I'm about to do. He just realized right now what I'm about to do.
Oh man. This whole mini campaign has been working up to this moment. Do it.
I let down some rope. I said, Rufus, fetch boy. And with my bonus action, I command Rufus to go fetch. And so I have him go down. He has I think it's 8 meters of movement. Well, actually, he has 8 meters of movement, so he can easily go down there and should be able to at least get down there and pick it up if he can. If he's able to pry it off the body here.
Yeah, he can easily grab it in his mouth. Can you describe how he climbs down the rope, just physically?
Okay, yeah, sure. So you see him kind of go woo, tries to fully goes like that and just kind of slides down like that.
I'm so glad this happened. Oh, okay, that's ridiculous. All right. He gets down there, he picks up this rod in his teeth, and I think he can probably move 1 meter back up the rope. Yes. Describe how he does that.
So I think at this point we have to call it magic. So you kind of see green wispy magic kind of hold on to the rope for him as he kind of moves up it.
All right, that works.
At some point we have to call it magic.
Yep. Okay. Yes, so he's got this rod, this lever, dare I say, in his jaws, and he's climbing back up this rope with these green sort of magical tendrils kind of helping him climb. Jenko Jenkins.
Sorry, I'm just working out some movement. It's a bit hard with the black squares. You can't really count. You have to like measure. 1, 2.
Oh yeah, true. Hold on, I can fix that for you.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. I might even... Do I want to do that? 8. Okay. I'm going to take the... Oh, no. I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage.
All right.
And then I'm going to move to the edge there, which is 9. Less than 9. It's exactly 9. That's my movement speed. Waiting to and encouraging Rufus. Here, boy. Like he wants the rod. Let me help you, Solomon, with the rod. I can return it to the brass ring pretty quickly.
If he's able to pull up the rope.
Oh yeah, I was going to say I do have an action. If he's on it, can I pull up Rufus with the remainder of his climb? Like bring him to the edge?
So what's he going to move? 5 meters. Pull up the whole rope. Be pretty strong. Give me an athletics check.
Well, that's the thing. It's all. I'm a monk, so it's all dex based. I got to work on this character. Oh, can I use inspiration?
Yes.
I got my inspiration.
Do it.
Yes.
How do you have inspiration?
Human, I think. Humans get inspiration.
This is a Goliath.
I think it was last session. I've got my box.
Oh.
The box was ticked. I can't remember. I
Give
don't
it
know if it was
another
a
go.
default. Oh, okay, thanks.
It makes up for your build. You're obviously a strongman type. No, you nearly get him up there, but you drop him. He's alright because of the rope. He's going to kind of like clamber down the rope a little bit, and I'll say that you can grab him before he falls as well. And so we'll put him at he's like a meter down now. He's like 5 meters up.
Okay.
Solomon kind of gives you a death glare, like, what are you doing?
I don't have any dogs.
All right, Sir Dunning.
I don't know there's much else Sir Dunning can do in here. He can't see anything. I guess I'll just throw another javelin at this one thing that's still here. Oh yeah.
23 hits, of course.
So nearly a crit.
11.
Oh, nice. That one also takes it out.
Just skewering these things, and he's gonna walk that way.
Semi-automatic javelins.
Seems like we're well practiced at killing these things now.
That's him.
Okam.
I'm going to try and go over to this thing here as far as I can.
Okay.
Is this going to stop me? Can I get there?
Oh, no, just move your movement. Just your movement speed, so... What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so probably like there? Or
So where can I go?
So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Unless you
6.
dash.
Yeah, you can dash.
Doesn't make much difference. Oh, I'll dash. What the hell?
Okay.
There you go. I'm done.
All
I'm
right.
going to try and lever this shield off the wall. Off the stand.
Okay, as you walk over there to do that, another one of these twinkling lights appears. It drifts over into the pit because
God damn it.
because the pit lights up and draws it in. and this thing sort of materializes like directly behind like Rufus, just hanging a meter down from this rope that Jenko and Solomon are holding. All right, Solomon.
Yeah, Rufus is going to climb the rest of the way up. And then okay, good job, boy. Give him a free action chin scratches, and then I go, all right. And then I go to dash to this here.
Okay.
And then I don't have anything else to do with my. Actually, he can.
Wait.
Rufus,
so did you say you pulled him up? No, Rufus climbed up.
Rufus climbed the rest of the way up.
So, okay, and then you dash around there. Sweet.
Yeah. So he has enough to go on like the space too. He should. Yeah. And then I dash over here, and bonus action. Rufus is going to help to attack the ghost here if he can.
Because it's in the middle of the pit at the moment, he's not able to reach it.
Okay, then he'll just dodge, and then I guess I may as well. I don't know if this will just end it all, but I'll just bonus action reapply my hunter's mark to it anyway because I can.
Okay.
And then I'll just because I would need an action to put this back. I presume I'll just hold it out for someone to shove it back in.
All right. And so Rufus is just dodging?
Yeah, Rufus just dodging.
All right. Jenko.
Jenko's making his way over. That's. Can I stand next to Solomon?
Yep. That's
in
fine.
that position. I can see he's got the brass rod out. He'll take it from Solomon and put it in the slot. Now, is that an action? Because then the action would be if I do have one to lever it, or if that's my action.
I think just taking it from him and chucking it in the slot is probably just an object interaction. That's fine. You still have an action.
Cool, and then I'll lever the rod.
Okay, as you pull this lever and move this gear-like thing to the right, like you notice that this mechanism actually is connected to the wall behind it by there's like some sort. Another one of these is what looks like a sort of a copper or brass like pipe or something like that. There is also one of those behind this thing with the shield. You just notice that as you do this, and you hear this buzzing kind of vibrating sound that's coming from this shield over here that Okam's standing next to. It sort of grows louder, and the shield sort of lights up briefly before it like seems to kind of come to an end and sort of ticks down like. And this light and the kind of heat waves that are radiating out from the shield sort of begin to fade away, and you feel pretty confident that you have switched off this shield.
Nice.
And the room also goes dark when you do that. All right.
10, thanks.
So Dunning, it's still dark. Oh, you're on mute.
I will throw another javelin at the only thing I can see.
All right. Nope.
Whoa. No, that one misses.
Just misses Rufus.
Well, then I will walk over here and collect my other two javelins.
All right.
If I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay. This phantasm, now in the dark, it is going to... Seeing as it's dark in here, I'm going to say that those of you who can see, you actually see it drift towards the stairwell, and it goes through these bars and appears to go up the stairs and disappears. And we're out of combat.
All right.
I collect my javelin.
Well, it seems maybe we've stopped at least them from, I guess, respawning, I guess.
And actually, maybe let's go for a 5-minute break.
Okay.
I could go for coffee.
Today's International Dungeons and Dragons Day. I don't know if that was mentioned before.
Is it really?
Yeah. How's that?
I didn't even know.
Happy D&D Day, everybody. Cheers.
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 May the dice be in your favor.
It's my dog mug.
Is that Rufus?
Well, this is more of a pug, but you know.
All right. So, what do you do next? There's a pit of bones and possessions and things. There's a corpse down there. There's some sort of inscription above the hook. The humming has ceased and this shield has cooled.
Sir Dunning stands stoically in the darkness, waiting for somebody to provide light.
All right, I'll get the light cantrip going again.
Are you multi-classed?
No, but that's the Asami.
Oh, okay. Fuck, man, why don't I get cantrips?
Maybe I'll just say in the interest of avoiding repetitive play that you hesitate before you use the light cantrip. You feel that although these spirits are ceasing to be summoned, if that was what was happening here, you're not 100% sure that there aren't any still in the building.
Oh yeah, they'll all still come swarming down. The ones that are left in here, like
All right.
right away.
Well, you're on your own, Mr. Kruger.
Well, I can't see too well in this darkness, so maybe Rufus could help you sniff things out if you want, but maybe have a read of some of the text here, I guess, if that's what you want to do.
The rope up here. I'm sorry, not the rope. The hook up here. I test it. Does it seem strong enough to like tie a rope to and lower yourself down into the pit?
No, you actually think that this hook was just where the lever hung. Maybe the lever has like a hole in the end of it.
Is there anywhere I can secure a rope to? Yeah, sure. Like around this block over here.
Yeah, I think that thing is it's a big stone altar. So
Alright.
yeah, you feel like you could do that.
I'm gonna lower myself into the pit and see what happens.
We
Alright.
we could also just, help. We could just hold on to the rope for you, but though you do all that heavy armor, so maybe not.
You can lower yourself into the pit pretty easily if you tie the rope onto there.
Sure.
And you are able to sort of crunch around on these bones, and there is this dead individual down here. You're pretty sure this looks like some kind of bandit. And the bandit is wearing leather armor. This sword that is kind of like lying next to him, like partially still in his hand, looks like a very beautifully designed sword with strange designs all over the hilt, and maybe some runes etched into the blade.
Nice. I'll chuck that in my belt and just scan around. I'm looking for this jeweled cup in particular, or anything else that looks tasty.
Yeah, there's a the bandit has a backpack lying next to him, and you can open that up, and you find in there the village's bejeweled chalice.
Ooh.
You also find a bunch of daggers, a burglar's pack, thieves' tools. You find another potion of healing.
Nice.
And you also just find lying around in the pit just a whole heap of stuff. 500 gold pieces worth of copper, silver, and gold, gems, valuable jewelry and art objects worth quite a lot. You estimate just by looking at them, maybe 600 gold pieces.
I'm gonna have Rufus slide down the rope as well, and he just nods to you with his backpack as well. So put stuff in there.
It just occurred to me that it's like a pit full of bones. It would have been funny if when he went down there to grab the lever, he just grabbed like a femur bone instead and just. Yeah, other than that, just all kinds of other mundane things, shoes and purses and bags and clothing. You think that, yeah, these are like the possessions of someone, potentially the people who used to own the bones.
Okay. So I've got the sword, the chalice, the healing potion, the gold pieces and jewelry and art can go in the backpack. Anyone want me to look for anything else down here? Are we good?
No, but I reckon if we can, we should probably try and burn these bones, because I assume that's where all the dead are rising from, so if we burn them to ashes, perhaps they'll stop rising again.
Yeah.
Let's say someone was to put the lever back in. Just saying.
Yeah, I'll say also that those of you that can... Oh no, it's in Draconic once again. Okam, you can read this inscription above the hook where the lever hung. It says, "The spirits of the sun shall carry their pain and grant them revenge again and again."
Ah. Okay.
So I get out my ruby ring and... I don't know what we're meant to stop the light hitting.
Yeah, no, I mean that's you've got the cup. You've kind of completed the mission. Is there anything else that you want to do, or do you just want to leave the tower? You can use the lever by the stairs to like open the bars. So you can
Does
get
anyone
out.
want to go to the rooftop and...
We still gotta check upstairs.
I'm for it.
Wait, I just ignore the dude. Keep forgetting his name.
But he's harmless.
Well, maybe
He's
I'll...
just a freaky little...
Well, we've just ended his torture, essentially.
Perhaps he'll be grateful.
Well, we could go check the roof and then turn this thing on again on the way out.
I mean, he's presumably a bad fella, but should we allow this place to become a death trap for everybody else? I mean, it's fine with me either way, but I'm just saying, like...
Well, let's go check the roof first and we can make our decision.
All right.
I'll say that you can go back up the stairs and you head back up to the level where the room was with the hated pretender. And maybe as you go up there, you see that the door is open, like ajar. And you think you see like movement behind there. And maybe you even hear like a "Stay back!" He says, "The humming! You stopped the humming!"
And you best stay in that room or we'll turn it back on.
Okay! Leave me alone! Closes the door.
If you stay in there, we may bring you a pumpkin.
He's like, "Please don't hurt my pumpkin! Please don't hurt her!"
You know what? I can do a bit of something for the guy. I pull out one of the pumpkin seeds from the pouch And I'm gonna use my druid craft, and I'm gonna have it kind of bloom a bit. So I'll have the pumpkin seed kind of bloom.
Just like on the tiles?
Yeah, just on the tiles there. And I'll just say, here is. I took some of your seeds. I thought I'd try growing a pumpkin patch of my own. Hey, have one of these for yourself. And I just do a bit of druid craft to have it bloom, and I just leave it there, kind of blooming on the kind of stone there to kind of, I guess, be absorbed by the goop, absorb the goop a bit.
Maybe he opens the door a crack again. There's still this light streaming in from these windows, and maybe he kind of like pokes his head out. You see all this matted white hair and this big crazy white beard and these glowing green eyes, and he kind of looks around like, pumpkin. He kind of like takes a step out, and then he like sort of looks at the light and kind of retreats back into the room a little bit. He's like, where are you going?
Oh, I think we're going up there, aren't we? I look at everybody else.
It's still light up there.
What do you know of this glowing orb?
The orb. It's so hot. I think it summons them. It summons them from the sun. I tried to smash it, tried to kill it. It burns me.
Very well. You stay here in this room and make sure this pumpkin gets plenty of sunlight.
Yeah, I left it in the bit where the sunlight comes in a bit. Just as a little bit of a mocking gesture as well.
He's like, as you sort of pull open the pull on this hair rope to pull the hatch open and drop this ladder. He says, "Oh, wait, please, you stop the humming. You stop the pain. Stop the pain as well. Yes, please."
You mean I gestured to the crossbow pointed at us?
No,
you mean
no? Only die again and again. Please, the throne. Destroy the throne. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. You have to do it. Set me free.
What happens if we destroy the throne?
Peace. I hope.
Peace meaning you will finally die?
Maybe. No more death. Only death.
Happy with that?
perhaps you can?
Sounds like a plan.
Perhaps you can join that char of yours in the Shadowfell.
Yes. I hope so. I was so loyal to her. She should take me in. She will accept me. I know she will.
All right, let's leave this freak alone.
Pumpkin, bring me the pumpkin.
All right. So Dunning goes over to the trapdoor. Once more unto the breach, dear friends. And he goes up the ladder.
Okay, you can head up the ladder, and I'll just say that you see some of these ghostly flickers and things kind of moving around, but most of them have kind of come through the ceiling and attacked you. None of them materialize for the moment, but it's quite well lit up here. You find yourselves in this room that is clearly on the roof of the tower, and light is like flooding in, not only from these like iron barred windows, but also from the stone paved terrace on the battlement. You can like see out onto the battlement, and there are these like frescoes on the inner wall here that are faded by the sunlight, and you can also see more of these complicated-looking sigils in the floor, leading out to the terrace. So you think that these spirits and also probably the hated pretender are unable to go out onto the terrace. The frescoes that are faded by sunlight, they are images of laughing and scowling individuals, masked individuals, but their masks are kind of like grinning and smiling, and they've got these like gold masks on, and they're kind of pointing and laughing and mocking, and many of them have been defaced and their eyes have been like hacked away, and in one case in blood is written in common, "I not kneel or bow." And you can there is also another small room leading off this one. You can go in there. This is also like a half roofed over room that is pretty pleasantly filled with sunlight. It's sometime in the afternoon now, the early afternoon. And in here there's a bunch of more like broken spiked furniture, and you also see what looks like a bathtub, and in the bathtub there is this strange pumpkin just growing in this metal bathtub that's filled with spikes. It's just this struggling black squash, and there are these this circle of glyphs surrounding this spiked metal bathtub, painted in a reddish brown paste, probably blood. The glyphs seem to sort of imitate the glyphs that you can see, that you saw downstairs and also leading out onto the terrace.
He seems to be trying to protect his pumpkin.
I don't know why he has the pumpkin up here where all the light things are.
It needs sunlight to grow.
Yes.
I'd leave his pumpkin, smash the throne. I think we're done.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, you think that's some... You think we should try and get this orb?
No, I think this guy's been put in a tower where every piece of furniture is a torture device. There are little creatures that tear him to shreds repeatedly, and he respawns in constant torture.
Well, if he respawns...
I'm not sure this is a guy we want to set free.
No, well, if he respawns in the chair, if we destroy the chair and then kill him again, he's done, right?
Is he? We don't know
I presume so. That's how there's got to be some logic to it.
Well, let's check out what's up here. I'm going to head out to the outside area.
Yeah, like on these battlements, this oval terrace with a stone-tiled floor that's exposed to the sky. You can see like the bluffs near the tower and the sort of valley leading down to the little stream and everything. The landscape all around. And atop a large stone plinth by the at the far end of this terrace is some kind of bronze sculpture. It looks like a meter by meter golden sphere. Yeah, you can see that this sphere is kind of coming out of this stone plinth. It is just on the top of this cylindrical, like bronze-colored pole or something like that. And you can pretty easily associate this pole with the pole that you saw kind of like leading up the wall on the levels below. And you think that this is the other end of that glowing shield in the crypt.
Yeah.
But you walk over to it, it doesn't seem hot. There's no vibrating, humming sound. You can kind of carefully reach over and touch it. It doesn't seem protected by magic or anything like that. You think there's a good chance that this is what you deactivated with the contraption downstairs in the crypt.
This is the power source. Okay, is there anything else up here?
No, nothing else. But maybe you just kind of notice when you look at this golden orb, the way it sort of glints in the sunlight. You get the feeling it's not only a power source, but this might have been what was like drawing in these so-called sun spirits. But yeah, nothing else.
Okay.
I mean, the thing's bound to be valuable, but if we grab it, we're probably bound for a fight.
It's also huge.
I mean, I guess we can all try and haul it out of here, though I don't know how fragile it is. I'm sure a wizard in the big cities would love to have something like this. Power source like this.
I don't know. I don't know. What do we gain from anything else? We've got the chalice. The bandits are all dead.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's some powerful being put this together to imprison him.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
I'm just not keen to do anything that he is asking us to do.
I think we can just destroy the chair and kill him, and he'll be dead forever. He'll get what he wants, so he won't be tortured here anymore, and he'll be gone from this earth. Which I think is I think he's had a couple of 1,000 years of torture or something. I'm sure that's fine enough. That's enough torture for a man.
My vote is we go back downstairs, we turn the machine back on, and we leave.
Well, he said to bring him his pumpkins. Should we at least do that before, if we're gonna turn the
Did he say
machine
don't
back
touch
on?
it? Did he say to bring it to him?
Oh.
Oh, he wanted you to bring him over the pumpkin that you grew with the druid craft.
Oh.
He doesn't want anyone to touch this one.
No. I guess if he's kind of done a bunch of makeshift runes on it or something. Well, what do we think? Is it worth trying to pull this thing out of here, or do we bring the chalice back and cut our losses? But I thought the whole point of this is that we return the chalice, but we take whatever treasure we find.
Yeah, we've got that. Oh, yeah, I'll why not, Rob? We'll just leave him charged up and...
Actually, we
Leave it as
didn't
we
ask
found
you
it.
about the treasure.
I think we
So
found the
is there
treasure.
anything else up on this floor that's worth looking at?
You don't find anything else up here.
All right. So Dunning goes back down the trapdoor. And he asks the guy, he says, tell me about this treasure.
Stay away from my treasure!
Where is the
You already
treasure?
took all my treasure!
You hear all this like rummaging around.
It's already gone! You already took it! So greedy! Stay
Tell us
away
where
from
the
the big
treasure
treasure!
is, and perhaps we will consider smashing the throne.
Maybe the door kind of like opens it slightly.
Yes! Smash the throne, please!
Where is the treasure?
Let me think. Can't think. Throne is smashed. Don't need the treasure. Throne is smashed. Okay, the treasure. I saw them. I witnessed them. It's the possessions. The possessions of my subjects. My disgruntled, spiteful subjects. They threw them in the pit. They threw them in the pit to torture me.
All right. Have a good day. All right. I think we're heading back downstairs. Either way.
I think the only treasure this guy has left is that pumpkin, so maybe leave it be.
All right, so do you go back downstairs and turn on the device, or do you destroy the throne?
So we either destroy this throne, or
Come on, I'd say we smash it. Surely.
we don't know that kills him though.
Well, it might not kill him, but it might stop him from coming back. So if we smash the throne, perhaps he doesn't come back.
That's what I mean though. We don't know that.
Well, why else would he want us to smash the throne?
Because maybe maybe it's what keeps him here. I don't know.
I thought the circle is what keeps him here. say we smash it. That's my vote.
All right. How are we smashing a stone throne? Jenko, this seems like a Jenko. No, wait, you're not strong. You're not strong. I think I'm
It's all in
probably.
the mind.
I'm probably stronger than you.
You are probably stronger than me.
What's
But it's
your
all in the
strength?
mind.
What's
It's
your
all in the
strength?
mind.
I've got gauntlets of ogre power.
Jenko was
sounds
going
like
to
it would
take
help.
Jenko was going to take the belt of orc strength and carry it around like a tidal belt.
That's great.
I think Solomon will toss some acid at it.
What about
You got some acid?
I've got acid.
How strong is that acid?
there's a third option? We could kill him again, and then we run downstairs and see what happens with the throne before we make our decision.
I mean, I think it'll just come back there. I thought that's the whole point.
Or you could just hack away at the throne with weapons. It'll eventually go.
Swords are useless here.
I mean, I've got a crowbar. Give that a go. Fuck some acid at it.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of radiant energy will actually do well in breaking this. Since he wasn't able to.
Any non-magical item that you try to use to smash the stone will be damaged in the process. But you can eventually work this out and use like magical items to kind of bash away at it, maybe with the hilt of the silvered sword and, you know, various things that you have. You can gradually kind of grind it down, like...
Okam, didn't we find some like special rune blade or something? Give that a go.
Oh, there's a sword that I don't know what it is.
You can also use like the swords in the pit. They just like break against it, like... Or some of the swords that were in the Pretender's little room. Pretender's quarters. You can, it's pretty hard to destroy this thing, but you can certainly damage it and like break some of the spikes and kind of, like crack it and break off like the side of it and kind of work away at it.
You know, if this isn't really doing much process, but I reckon we could use that orb as like a bomb or something. If it's an energy source, perhaps if we destroy it, the energy source will go kaboom.
You think the orb draws in spirits of the sun? You're not convinced it's a...
Okay, maybe it's not that kind of energy source.
The solar energy panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident. Eventually, you spend enough time down there, you can chip away at this throne and get it into a state where you feel like it's probably you would call it destroyed, maybe.
I think while they're doing that as well, should we burn some of the bones of that pit? I'm pretty sure those are somewhat innocent people, so perhaps we should stop them from being able to return as well.
If destroying the throne stops him coming back, maybe we still need to turn the machine back on anyway, so that the things will then kill him.
Well, can't we just kill him?
We can, but this saves hit points.
I mean, he's afraid of the lights, and we've got every light-related thing we could need at this point.
All right, we could do that.
So what do you want to do?
Go back up and finish him off. Now the throne's destroyed.
Do you want to have a combat? Or should we just say that you finish him off?
Yes. Either or, I don't mind.
How much time we got?
So Dunning goes up there, uses channel divinity, to turn his sword into a blazing, shining, holy light
No!
that does radiant
You
damage
promised!
and dispatches him.
You promised! Ah! Stay away!
We're freeing you. We're freeing you.
Maybe
We're freeing you from your tool.
Maybe as you slay him, and he kind of lies on the ground, and also maybe some of these like spirits are kind of drawn into the room by this sword. They sort of come upon him as well, and they kind of, many of them spawn all around him, and they all like swarm all around him. And you see, like, as they kind of cluster around him, the last time you see his face, you think that you see for a moment just like this like smile of relief as these things almost just kind of dive onto him, and
I throw some holy water on him for good measure.
he's like,
Thank you.
and a bowl of perfume, which I have for some reason.
he's like,
What was the point of that?
Smelled terrible. All right.
After he sort of dissipates, bubbles away, these like spirits kind of just disperse, almost like they become aimless. They just kind of disappear back into the walls and into the sunlight.
This whole place is made of wood, right? For the most part, it's like a hollow tree kind of tower.
Yeah, it's like wood,
stone.
petrified wood on the outside, and then like stone on the inside.
Is it flammable?
anymore,
Not very.
brother.
Not very.
Nice fixer upper.
Yeah.
Oh well, I thought we could
Good
try
find.
burning it down, but
All right, but you leave the prison of the hated pretender behind and follow the stream back to Broken Huts, where the some of the people rejoice. Many of them are just drunk and kind of just come and like sort of give you hugs and shit. You don't even recognize some of them. Some of them get into fights, and Headwoman Jane sort of break up one of these fights and thanks you for bringing me.
Thanks for bringing back this bejeweled cup. Did you have any trouble? Was there any ghosts or anything like that?
yeah,
It's all good.
no, it was just maybe get a priest. There's a couple of dead bodies there. Maybe get like a priest to commend their souls to the afterlife or something if you get the chance.
Oh, I ain't got no priest round here.
Well, fuck it then. leave it to the gods.
Nice. All right. They are very pleased that you bring back their chalice, and you can spend another very comfortable night in the shed with the pigs before continuing on with your journey wherever you are going.
Very good.
Flying spaghetti monster.
Just
Ew, that's
the
the
undefined.
key.
Oh, this thing. Yeah, all the art in the module is just done like this with like markers.
Yeah, it's crazy. The maps are really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the bright idea of inverting the map to make it kind of feel darker.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I was proud.
Make it
proud of myself.
spooky.
That's all I did. The rest of it I did, was done by the author. But yeah, the end. Thanks for playing, everyone. Thanks for coming back for the second one.
Thank you. That was going to be a long 4 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I underestimated it, and then I also I added the cave, and yeah, I don't know. I struggle with keeping the one shots to the 4 hour limit.